Hey YouTube, this is Rishika, and this would be my 14th video tutorial on data stage. In my previous videos, I have dealt with database stages and few of the file stages, and in my previous video, I have discussed about the aggregator stage in parallel job. So yeah, now I gonna discuss in this video tutorial I gonna discuss the copy stage. It's pretty simple stage, so it doesn't really make I mean I don't want to really make a long video. So yeah, it's a simple stage. So basically let's design a job. Before designing, let me just tell you a little about the copy stage. So yeah, because it's in the processing category, it's a processing stage obviously, and it can have single input link and any number of output links. It can have single input link and multiple number of output links. So basically what does this copy stage do? If you see this graphical interface, see, you have one copy at the back and you have like multiple copies at the front, right? And the name is copy. So what does that say? So just the copy stage is used to make copies of single input data set, and we are just making multiple copies of that input dataset and writing it to number of output datasets, different number of output datasets. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the copy stage. I need not really know anything more than that. And yeah, I mean the most important questions, I mean one of the important questions about the copy stage is, it's not that just copy it. You can use this copy stage for dropping the columns in the mapping. I mean you can do it in any stage, but yeah, you can do it in copy stage too. And you can rename the columns too, and you can just have your own rename before passing it on to the next stage. And you can have what do I say, you can have like changing the column data types. Column changing data types, it's more like implicit data conversions like char to varchar and all that. Data conversions doesn't mean that you have like a string to integer or something. Just the implicit data conversions can be done, but still we get warnings in the director. So we need to have like modify stage to convert the data conversions. So yeah, that's pretty much about this. Most people ask this, what is the functionality of copy stage? So yeah, copy stage just doesn't copy to multiple outputs. It We can rename and we can drop the columns, and yeah, I mean these are pretty much good. But sometimes we do have like implicit data conversions, but it's let's not include that as one of the functionalities, because some data conversions, the word implicit is so particular, because some of the data conversions, even though they are implicit, we need to handle them before we process, otherwise the directors throw some errors. So yeah, and that's pretty much about the copy stage. So let's just design a basic job, and then see how does this copy. Let's get into properties and see how everything goes on. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to read a table from the Oracle connector, and I want to write that table to multiple data sets. So you might be wondering, why does the copyist, I mean why do we want to write to multiple data sets, right? So yeah, in the real time what happens is, when we have like a table, a single, let's say a single table, so and so, okay, let's say the table emp, we have an Oracle connector, and we need to perform several conversions. I mean there are like different conversions need to be done, and it doesn't really make sense that one conversion, or it's not really a good idea to perform all the conversions using one stage like the transformer, because if we use all the conversions using the transformer, we can do that. But the thing is, whenever we are using transformer, it has like it uses most of the resources, and then the job like the resources are used, so obviously it's pretty slow and it leads to the performance issues. So yeah, instead of that, what we need to do is, we are just asking the data stage to copy and write it to multiple outputs, and I'll figure out what to do with each of them. Like I can use the first output. I can use the first output to just filter out some data, and the second output to just perform some transformations, and third output to do something else. So yeah, that's how this copy. I mean, that's the real-time scenario where we're gonna use this copy stage. So yep, that's it. And let's put the target stages as data sets, because those have simple stages, right? We need not give any specification properties, formatting and all that, unlike sequential file stage. So yep, so here we go. And guys, when you practice, please try to use your own names on the links and stages and everything, because every project has its own naming standards, if you remember. So yeah, we don't just design this way in real time. So yeah, before getting into that, let's create a parameter. Let's use the parameter that once we created. Okay, I mean, because obviously we are using Oracle connector, so we don't want to type everything. So let's go to the properties and click on properties, and see we don't have the parameter, right? But we want to use the existing parameter set which we created. So go to add parameter set and click on this parameters. So what was our parameter? Oracle details. So just click on Oracle details and everything falls into place. So yep, that's it. And now we have Oracle details. So just click on the parameters, server, and here is username and password. Okay, and yeah, of course I want to have data stage to write its own SQL statement. And let's say I have HR dot departments. Okay, let's not make, let's just make EMP. Okay, and before that, just test your connection. If it is successful, connection is successful. Now we have EMP table, right? So let's load that EMP table. Table definitions and plugin, and then EMP. Okay, and I want to have all the columns. And now go to the properties again and just click on view data, and make sure you have the same runtime parameters. Okay, now we are all set with this. So now this EMP table, I'm writing it to multiple multiple data sets as outputs using this copy stage. So yep, just click on output, and yeah, I'll tell about this later, but just design this job as of now. So you need not really worry about the partitioning type, because we are just copying the data, right? Anyhow, we get all the we are not performing any aggregations, or we are not doing anything in the partitions, so we really don't need to worry about the partitioning technique here. You can just like have default partitioning technique, or whatever the partitioning technique is in the previous stage, it doesn't matter. So yep, and columns, everything is there, right? Now come to the output tab. So output tab, how many output links do we have? 1, 2 and 3, right? Okay, so let's see how to define those 3 output links. See, I have 3 output links, 28, 30 and 32. These are my 3 different output links. So what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna just let's say I'm gonna just put only these four things in one data set. Okay, so I'm just dropping all these. I mean, I can just drop this in any other stage, but yeah, copy stage we can drop to. Sometimes sometimes some stages, they don't allow us to drop these things. We need to pass all the columns into this. So yeah, but the copy stage, we can just drop few columns, and we can just go with whatever the column is. And for this, RCP should be disabled, because it doesn't make sense if RCP is enabled, even though we don't choose the columns propagate to the next stage, right? So yeah, or RCP should be disabled. And this is my first output. I want only 4 columns to be written. And okay, sorry. And second sorry, And second output, okay, let me change this thing. I want to choose, I don't want sal, I want my column name to display as salary. Okay, sorry, salary. So I want to display my salary name as salary. Okay, and this is my second output data. And let's move to the third one. So what we'll do in the third one is, okay, this department number, let me just put this department number. And what's a department number? It's integer, right? So let's make it probably decimal. If you note, if you have observed in this initial stages, department number, it shows integer 10, 20, 30. So now let's make it decimal and see how it gonna work. Okay, so I made three different outputs. I mean, basically we just pull all those columns because we want to transform everything based on this. But I just want to show you guys how we can do multiple functionalities using copy stage. So that's the reason I'm choosing only one and one column in each of them. So yeah, that's not how actually it works. So yep, that's it. And let's give the data sets, the output file sets, and browse for file ex.ts and obviously overwrite. And next is, I probably have created something else, I guess. Yeah, ex1.ds. And yep, and let me see if it has. Okay, and yeah, remember the data sets in the file should have like different file names. So ex2.ds. Okay, so we are all set. Now just let's just compile and see if everything is like goes well, or do we have any errors or something. If everything works, then I gonna talk about the fourth option in copy stage. So job is successfully compiled. Now run the job and make sure you are using the same parameters. Yep, everything is perfect. And then now hit on run. So once you hit on run, you need to have like all the records running up. Okay, so something went wrong. Let's see what did we do wrong. Okay, so what does it say? Copy operator, parsing decimal type must be greater than 0. Okay, I got it. Probably we have something done something wrong with the decimal type, I guess. So let's open this copy operator and go to the output and see columns. Nothing in here. We didn't change anything in here. Next, go to the other output link, and it's decimal, and we have length and scale. Decimal always need to have scale, right? So yep, that's it. And the third output link, department number, we have decimal. Okay, that's it. So we need to give length for the decimal, right? So yeah, let's give it like probably 5, and let's make the scale as 2. Okay, this is every decimal need to have like length and precision, right? So yeah, that's what it's asking us. So yep, everything is in place now. Probably this should work at least now. And okay, okay, yeah, this worked perfect now. So let's now check each data and how our data looks like. Okay, so yeah, basically copy stage, we copy everything from the source. But yeah, I just want to show you guys how what are the different functionalities with the copy stage. So that's it. So see, the first stage we choose only, I mean first output we wrote only 4 columns, right? So we asked the I mean copy stage to write only 4 columns and just drop all the other columns, right? So yep, this worked for this first output data set. And let's see the second one. What did we do on second one? Second one we probably have renamed, yeah, so we renamed sal column name to salary, right? So yeah, let's see if it's still sal or it made it to salary. Oh yeah, it made it salary, right? So we can rename the columns. And why it's showing this is because it's 7, we decimal, it's 7, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So the length is 7 and the precision is 2. So that's, we didn't change anything, it's still salary. It's still decimal type, we didn't change the conversion or anything in this. But yeah, I'm just explaining the length and scale thing. So yeah, this worked perfect. Renaming and dropping and renaming, right? So now these are the main two functionalities, and you need not really worry about this third functionality, changing the implicit data type conversions. But I just want to show you guys, that's it. And now let's see, we changed, what did we do here? We changed department number, which was integer type, we changed it to decimal, and we gave length and scale, right? So yeah, let's see if that works now. See, it worked. So what did we give? Length as 5, right? So 1 2 3 4 5. So we have 5 digits. So the length of the data type is 5, and the precision is 2, right? Precision is something which we need to have like after the decimal. So precision is 2. So yep, this also worked perfect. But let me see the deductor. So yeah, so when you see here, what does it say here? When input department number implicit conversion from source type into result type decimal, right? So what is it saying here? It's saying you did convert integer value to decimal, and that's implicit conversion. And probably this is like you need to handle somehow, because it the job runs and everything falls in perfect place. But the thing is, in real time, there should be probably no warnings in real time, everything should be like good, perfect. So yeah, when you see such warnings, what you need to do is you need to make that implicit conversions. Just copy the data to this third data set, and then use modify or transformer stage, and then make the implicit conversions there. So yeah, that's how it works. So yeah, this is not the important functionality, even though it worked perfect. Yeah, data stage director, it shows some errors. So yep, and renaming and dropping, it didn't show up any error, so everything is perfect. So that's what it's a copy stage. And now let's see what is this force option in the copy stage. So the force option, it's basically just true or false option. So what does it mean is, this force option ensures that basically, let's say if we have like one if okay, so let's say you're not writing it to multiple stages, you're just using copy stage and just writing it to one data set output, okay? It's not data set, any other output, but you're not making multiple copies, you're just copying to one output, okay? So what happens is, when you're just copying into one output, data stage or orchestrate, which is the background code of the data stage, it thinks that you're not performing the copy operation, because copy means you're writing into multiple outputs, right? Yeah, because since you're writing it, trying to write to only one output, data stage thinks that the copy operation is superfluous, and you're just trying to it just aborts. Not really aborting job, but okay. Let me just rephrase it again. I think I didn't make it clear. Okay, so this force option, if you make true, so it specifies that even though we are writing it to one data set, we are specifying data stage that even though I'm writing it to one data set, you please don't try to optimize job, and please consider this copy as a copy operator. Even though I'm writing it to one, please consider this operation as a copy operator. Obviously, when we are writing it to multiple data sets, data stage understands the orchestrate core, and it performs its copy operation. But when you are writing it to one data set, it means that it just understands that you're not writing to multiple data sets, so you're not really using a copy stage perfectly, so it's gonna remove the copy operator and just try to optimize your job. So that's the reason this force option exists. So yeah, when you're writing it to one data set, if you set this to true, if you set this to true, it means that yeah, you're telling data stage, even though I'm writing it to one data set, please make sure that this copy operation is performed correctly and perfectly, and you do not try to, you means data stage, you do not try to you do not try to optimize my job by treating it whatever you like. I'm just using copy operator because I'm in like need of that. So you don't try to overrun, or you don't try to optimize my job. So that's pretty much it. And by default it's always false, so you're asking data stage. So I mean, if it's false, you're writing it to multiple outputs, so you need not worry about the orchestrate code behind the copy stage, because when you're writing to that multiple outputs, it understands that the copy operator should work perfectly. So yeah, you need not force the option then. So yep, that's pretty much about the copy stage. And yeah, that's it guys. So yeah, and one other thing, while I was telling about the sequential file stage, I said that how the output file looks like, right? Okay, so probably we should have written to Argyle. Okay, yeah. So yeah, see, okay, let me just. Okay, see the sequential file thing. This is my first input data, and without changing anything, I wrote it to my output data. I didn't change any formatting options, except that I used these things. What are these? This is a file name column, and these okay, this is the path is a file name column, and this is the row number, right? So yeah, I just use these. And see, double quotes, I said by default it gonna have double quotes, right? Yeah, so every record, every column, every word, every character has the double quotes. So yep, that's how the end sequential file stage output looks like if you don't change anything. Like by default options, it's gonna look like this. I mean, I have a pipe delimiter. If I made it pipe delimiter, so it have pipe delimiter. So but if you have like your input data as a pipe delimiter, and you don't want the output data to be pipe, and you want it to be comma, yeah, you can just leave default as comma. But yeah, except the delimiter, I did not change anything in the output file. So yeah, I forgot to show you in the sequential file stage. I remember I said that I'll show you by the end of the video, but somehow I forgot. So I just realized that I didn't show, so I want to show you guys. And yep, that's pretty much it guys about the copy stage. And in my next video, I would probably deal with the filter stage. And the filter and funnel, these are the pretty much simpler stages. And then go for the most important and real-time jobs: join, merge, and lookup. So that's it guys, thank you for watching. Thanks for your interest and everything. Thanks guys, bye bye.